Hey there, my friend. This is Dave Wood, and I'm standing right now outside my house out in the mountains in Costa Rica that's looking out over the city of Escazú. And today, in this special video, which I only have about 20 minutes to make, I am going to talk about, are you ready for this? Pay attention, how to, I don't know how to say this, get rich in network marketing, right? So I'm not going to spend a long time on this because this is like a subject that I could go over for, hours or days or months even. I don't know about months because there's really not that much to say. But I want to talk about today just some of the principles that you can utilize to create teams that are really big and really thriving. Now, before I do that though, before I talk about how, I got to talk about like the why, right? And there's nothing for sale in this video, by the way. This is for people, if you're in the industry. I don't actually even care if you want to take this video and email it to your list. There's nothing to promote. There's nothing to purchase below this. You can use this video for whatever it is that you want. But why should you get rich in network marketing? Why should you do it? Well, because there's some concepts around it that make it a really great business for a certain kind of person. Okay, and that are specifically different from other kinds of things. Okay, so you would have, for example, if you just looked in the online space, you'd have a few different kinds of very common money making. One of the ways that people make money with, right, would be like affiliate marketing, right? That would be like number one. Number two, you'd have something like high ticket, right? High ticket. You'd be like number three. You'd have something like being a content creator. Right, we'll say content creator. And I think actually all of these are fantastic businesses. You'd have over here, you'd have something like TikTok. We got a lot of that going on right now. And we could put something over here like, we'll just say the new thing, right? Whatever the new thing is, right? And there's a new thing, how often, right? How often? Every day? You just don't notice it. Every minute of the day, every week, right? And there's a good one probably every month, right? Like every month, there's a good new way to make money. Now, network marketing, though, is something different because it's something that you kind of build for a long time. But why is it a good kind of business? Because, well, if you look at, like, for example, being a super affiliate or running a high-ticket business or being a content creator or running a TikTok or something like this, a lot of these things that you do, well, TikTok actually I think is more simple, but they're very complicated to put a business like this together, right? Like actually running a business, people on the internet don't do it justice for how complicated it is, right? It is very complicated to run a business, to do accounting and do operations and find products, source the products, package the products, ship them to various locations. I mean, one of my best friends actually, Jamie, he does things like he does run Shopify stores, and he starts like 10 businesses a month. It's nuts what he does, and he puts them together so fast. And he even tells me when I talk to him, he's like, how complex this is now. He's like, people just can't do it today. They can't do it. The ad cost keeps going up. Barely any of it works, and he's really good at it. He'll start a business and he'll sell it for a lot of money and stuff like that. I'm not going to tell you his private numbers, but he does really well. But the thing is about that is that he even admits doing it, it's just too complicated to even teach to people. If people are learning it, he can teach it, and even if they learn it, they still can't do it. So this is the major problem for most people, not all people, but most, when they're getting started in a business, is actually it's just one thing. Okay, and it's complexity, right? So things are too complex for people to be able to do when they start. So if you're looking to get involved in a business and you're going to start a business, right? If you're going to actually run even a traditional business, like a mom and pop store, it is so infinitely more complicated than doing something like, for example, like network marketing. There's a million steps. There's laws you got to check into. There's a million details you've got to get arranged. This is like before you open the door and then you need investment money. It might cost you like $30,000 or $50,000, right? It is a very complex thing. And that's not to discourage it, because I think that small business is fantastic. And I think most kinds of businesses are fantastic. But if you look at network marketing is something that is incredibly simple to do. And it's so simple that often we overlook like how that's such a big benefit. right? So over here, the problem is complexity. Network marketing on this side, it's simple, right? And what do I mean by simple? Well, there's a company that's going to take over these other aspects for you, right? So on the simple side of network marketing, you have a company. Now, what the company does is the company puts together the products, the company checks the legal requirements, the company pays the compensation, so you don't have to do, you still have to do accounting, because if you have money, you need to do accounting, but they do the complex accounting, let's say, right? Complex accounting would be like calculating commissions, paying commissions out, right? All of the very, 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 very complex stuff that has to do with like product inflows and outflows and shipping and warehousing, and the stuff that would just, if a person that didn't go to MBA school tried to do, even if they had the money, they would just get overwhelmed and not be able to do it. They would have to hire somebody to be able to do it. So in network marketing, essentially what you're doing is you're hiring a company to do the complexity so you can focus on just the things that make you money, right? And that's why it's a good business. Now, a lot of people, for example, particular in nowadays, in different kinds of businesses, they knock network marketing because they like another kind of a business. They like the high ticket business. And most of the time, if you're running into something that's knocking something else, they're knocking something else to promote what it is that they're doing. They're not knocking it because they have a real desire to knock it, right? They're knocking it because they're getting attention from it. They're knocking from because they want to say it's just so much easier to do this other thing. And most of the time, those other things that they're telling you are easier to do are actually not really easier to do than network marketing, because network marketing is about the most simple kind of business that exists in the world. It's like, you know, get in, talk to 2 people a day, have them talk to 2 people a day. Once a week, we're going to do like a meeting. You know what I mean? And there's online forms of that as well. And there's ways of doing it where you don't have to chase your friends and family. I'm not going to talk about all of that in this video. I just want to give you kind of like a global perspective, because I have actually made a lot of money in network marketing before. I mean, my biggest pay year in network marketing was like $3 million, right, in a single year. So the network marketing really has the ability to really generate a lot of money, a lot of leverage, and more time freedom than you would normally encounter in a business, particularly before you get the systems set up. And so this is, again, a clarification, because business owners can have a lot of freedom, but it usually takes a lot of work to develop that freedom. And a lot of business owners, we're just workaholics and we actually like to work. So if we have freedom, we just end up starting new projects to fill all of our time with new ways of making money anyways, right? So this is a variation in the script. But in any case, let me talk about the reason why it can turn into a really powerful business model, right? Now, anytime you're looking at something where we're painting out numbers and we're generating income, right? Look at your company's averages, income disclosure. This video isn't promoting anything in particular, so I'm not trying to sell you anything, so I basically can say whatever I want. But let me paint out the reason why network marketing can be really powerful. Okay, this is why. So I'm going to paint out the pyramid story. The pyramid story works like this, and I call it the pyramid story because I think it's funny, because everybody's like, oh, it's not a pyramid, and it's like, well, actually network marketing is very much shaped like a pyramid. So are corporate jobs, so is everything, because the pyramidal structure, you know, is how you build organizations. Actually, I had this one guy, he designed software to like do everything out from like a circle in various directions, so it does not look like a pyramid, but it really doesn't matter. This one is not a pyramid. It's actually shaped like a trapezoid. I'm just joking, right? So you start, right, and you're running a network marketing business, and then what you're going to do is you're going to get like 5 other people, right, and they're going to also start building a business. Now, to show the simple multiplication of a few getting a few is very simple. If 5 get 5, there's 25 people. If they get 5, there's 125 people. If they get 5, it's 625 people. If they get 5, it's 3,125 people. If they get 5, it's 15,625 people. If they get 5, I think it's like 78,125 if I remember right. And then, you know, at this point, I have not memorized the numbers that go past that. This is just stuff that, like, you know, I've done so many presentations. I know what these numbers are. I'm not calculating that fast in my head, so you know. So if you imagine for a second, it's like, is it possible to build a organization of customers, of having like 50 or 100,000 customers? The answer is yes. People do it all the time, right? They do it in traditional business. They do it in Shopify type stuff. They do it in network marketing. The advantage of having something like this is you can actually build a very, 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 very big expanding pyramid. You can there's a difference between this and a pyramid scheme. Everybody wants to argue about definitions, but actually, you got to learn what's true and what's false, and that people just don't care, right? They just don't care, right? So in any case, to imagine it, let's say everybody is buying $100 a product a month. Well, then you would have $500 there, and there you would have $2,500, and here you'd have $12,500, right? And here you'd have $62,500, and here you'd have $312,500 in products being sold, and then here you would have $1,562,500 being sold, and here you'd have, I think, 78,100,000. No, it's not. We'll just add 2 zeros and then I'll do it. Yeah. So this is like 7,800,000, and then these would stack on top of each other. So if you could imagine, how do you make a lot of money? Well, it's you build a very big group of people. Let's say they're all purchasing or selling a small amount of products, and there's legal and illegal ways to do network marketing, obviously, like any other business. You just want to align with something that's ethical and that is providing real value to people from an end product standpoint. And what you do is you can build a very big organization of people, and let's say each one of those people is averaging $100 of orders per month. This isn't obviously exactly how it looks. And then let's say, for example, you're earning 2% of that. Yeah, I can't calculate all that in my head right away, but if you were earning, for example, down here at the bottom level, 2% of $1 million, I think that's it's like $20,000 a month, right? Times 7, right? So you had 20,000 times 7, that would be like $140,000 a month, rounding it, right? Just from this group of people down at the bottom, just from these people at the very bottom of the pyramid. It's fun. I think it's funny. If you don't think it's funny, then maybe this isn't for you. But in any case, the way that you make a lot of money in network marketing is actually very simple. Find a great company with a great product, with people that you want to work with, that you want to be around. I like to say it like this. I said this in a video the other day. Who do you want to work with? You want to work with people that you like, that you want to be around, and you feel good when you're around those people. And you want to work with products that kind of produce the same effect. You like the products, you believe in the products, and you want to share the products with other people, right? And this kind of business can be done no matter what other kind of business that you're doing, because it's very part-time and very consistent over a period of time. If you're doing network marketing, you can take your time to do it as a thing. It doesn't matter if you take a year or 5 years or 10 years even, because it's only 5 hours a week that you put into a business like this. You don't go in network marketing business. You don't want to go into it and put in 200 hours a week, especially if you can't even do 200 hours a week. I don't think it's possible. But especially if you're just getting started, because you don't even know what to do, right? Get in, you want to find people that you like to work with and ask them, what do I do, right? And then they'll tell you what to do to go out and get your first five people. And when they start, they're going to be like, what do I do? And then you're like, let me show you what I learned, right? And this is where the real power comes in network marketing, is the complexity is handled by two things. You have the company, right? And this is handling the accounting complexity and everything like this. And then you have the teams. And the teams are handling things like systems, right? Systems and culture, right? And systems or culture are they are actually very complex to build, but to actually be a part of it's not very complex at all. The difference is between the two, it's like being a pastor of a church versus just going to a church. Going to a church is very simple. Being a pastor is very complicated, if that makes sense. So it's like the team systems, they handle all the pastor type stuff, and then you're just kind of showing up and bringing people along for the ride, right? So what you do, particularly in the beginning stages of network marketing, is very simple. And the more simpler you keep it, and the better you can make it work, the faster that this can fan out. And obviously it's not going to grow in this pyramidal structure. It's kind of like these people get people, these other people don't, and it kind of goes down. But I know many people that have hundreds of thousands of active distributors in different network marketing companies. So that's my little spiel on network marketing today, on why you should do it, how you can benefit from it, and how you can really build a big organization from it. You need a great company that has great corporate systems, and you need a great team that has great team systems with people that you like, that you want to be around, that you trust. that you trust what they say because they've been consistent in what it is that they're doing. And they have a vision that encompasses you, that kind of like fits you inside the vision, right? Where you can come in and you can kind of build it as part-time or full-time as you want. And they're not going to judge you, but they will be there to nudge you along and mentor you along the way because they have proven strategies, techniques. The other advantage of doing this is that one of the hard things just in life in general is finding mentors. If you want to find mentors, you either got to really look out for them and find them, like really work hard, or you got to pay, right? So this is how life is. Like if you go to a Tony Robbins event, if you want to pay for Tony Robbins' time, first of all, paying for his personal time is like $2 million a year or something like that. But then if you want to go to all of his events in a year, it's like 150 grand, right? Going to his first event, maybe it's a little lower, right? If you want to go get personal time with Russell Brunson or something like this, you're going to pay $250,000 in a year or something like, or whatever it is to do that. Well, how do you get mentored from somebody that knows how to help you to get from step A to step B to step C without a fortune already on your side? Well, in network marketing, many times great teams have structures inside their teams where if you're just working and you want mentorship, there are people there that know how to help you who will literally just help you if you just show up. All you got to do is show up and take the steps. And they're like, all right, go take these steps and come back again in 3 months. Go take these steps, come back again in 3 months. And every time you come back, they got something else for you to do. And some of these people are better mentors than anything that you could pay for in any other environment. One of my friends is a great mentor in network marketing to me. I mean, you talk about me reading a lot of books. This guy's read like 10,000 books, you know what I'm saying? So like, if you talk to that guy, he's like distilling the wisdom of like 10,000 books in every conversation. He makes more money than all these internet people combined, So people all the time, they criticize this kind of thing because they are saying, oh, this other thing is better over here that I'm doing. But the truth is, no, it's not. It's not. Network marketing is actually a more simple kind of business. Now, all these things are good and all these ways of making money are cool, but network marketing has its own unique flavor to it, its own unique taste. And if you understand that and you understand the power of it, you probably want to be involved with somebody in some kind of company, kind of for the long haul, because it really is a great kind of business. I hope this got you like from step A to step B in a conversation in your mind about how you can make this happen. And if you like this kind of video, let me know in the comments. If you say, Dave, I want to know more about network marketing, how to do it, you can tell me in the comments, and then I'll come out and I'll share some more information to help you on your journey. Because yes, you can do this if you're just willing to take action. I'll see you in the next video.